a little bit. Well, good afternoon everyone and welcome to the Grand Store Victory Park Stadium for this afternoon's game between Chorley and Chester. My name is Tscherewik alongside Ryan Jacobs. Ryan, we were just talking there off air about just how busy it is. It certainly will be. 1, a busy game, 2, a big game, and 3, a game that both teams feels like they can't lose today.
Yeah, it's a big game today. Everybody's turned out, both home and away. It's going to be a good atmosphere here at Victory Park. But yeah, Chester have brought their numbers, but so have Chorley. It's going to be a really... Just it has that big game feel about it, both on and off the pitch. So yeah, this is one of the games that we've all been waiting for this season. Hopefully Chorley can get their revenge today after losing at Chester 2-1, just falling short. Tom Carr got a goal that day. He'll be looking for another against Chester. The form he's in at the minute, he'll be feeling like he could today.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, Tom being really good of late. Of course, he starts alongside Cole Hall, and Cole spent a lot of time at Chester. I think fair to say, wasn't necessarily regarded as a fan's favourite at Chester. Had a few problems with injuries, but leads the line alongside Tom this afternoon. And really, the few changes for Andy Priest and his team today. Christy Montgomery comes back into midfield after sustaining a freak injury against Sal Shields, and feels like a long time ago now. And along with that, got Billy Whitehouse, of course. Billy, I'm probably a bit more familiar with Billy than you, but a great lad. Another one who's come back, nearly 150 appearances for the Magpies. Really well liked. Sorry, the fans love him. And listen, things are looking up as both teams come out. Say myself, Pete Tscherewik, alongside Ryan Jacobs for a huge game this afternoon at the Grand Store Victory Park Stadium. Matt Irwin leads out the Magpies, while Chester's team led out by Connell Rawlinson. Callum McIntyre incidentally made a few changes himself. It'll be interesting to see whether it'll be a back four or a back five today. Tom Leake, I think it's his first start for the Blues. Also in terms of personnel, Connor Woods making a start, and Taylor O'Kane alone from AFC fouled also in and amongst the ranks. So Chester 700, nearly 700 supporters from their side today. Chorley be looking at around 2,500, maybe more actually, in terms of the overall attendance this afternoon. And fantastic to see so many people here today. If you're listening in this afternoon, let us know if the audio's all okay. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And Ryan, as I say, it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's just great to see Victory Park just filled up to the max, both in our end and in the away stand. You just feel like the crowd are going to play a massive role in this game today. For both teams, it's going to really be fascinating to see who can get on top in this game, and who can control the game. Chorley definitely will feel confident. They're on home soil. Got a very, very good home record as well. One of the best in the division. I think you put out a tweet midweek, second, I believe. So there's an absolute fortress this season, and Chorley will be looking to secure, a big 3 points, because we can massively close the gap on Chester with a win today.
Yeah, definitely, and I think one that obviously Andy Priest will be keen to avenge what happened earlier in the season. At Chester, obviously falling to that defeat. Chester's record against Chorley in the last few years is actually quite good. Chorley have struggled to get a good result against Chester of late. And listen, Chester dropped points against Needham Market last week. They dropped points against Oxford City. Chorley being a bit up and down. We will just take a moment to pause though ahead of the game. There is a minute silence due. Ryan, fair to say, an impeccably observed minute silence.
Yeah.
And now both sets of supporters raise the levels again in terms of noise. Referee Harry Jones just heading over to have a word with the fourth official, Andrew Daniels. Ryan, if I have to ask you for a prediction, what are you going for on this one?
Oh, that's a tough one, Pete. I haven't done a prediction in a very long time. I feel like it could be, I think it's just going to be a very cagey affair. It's going to be tackles flying in, because both teams know what it means, but I'm going 2-1 Chorley today.
2-1 Chorley. Ben, 2-1 Chorley from our reporter Ben Nixon alongside us. Myself, I'll stay on the fence, go for one apiece.
Ooh. Always an even man, you.
Chester going to get us underway here. Tom Pearce, the ball ready to go. Looks like it will be a 4-4-2 this afternoon for Andy Priest's side. What I understand, as Pearce gets us underway, goes back to Rawlinson. Immediately Cole Hall looks to press him, and straight away Chorley have regained possession. Christy Montgomery, and the ball nice and early out wide to Warren Clark.
I think today, Pete, it'll be key to see how Warren gets involved in this game. He's playing on that left-hand side. He's seen his trickery on that wing before. We saw that link up that he has with Tonkara as well. Warren can put in such a good ball from that left-hand side, and it'll be interesting to see how he just settles into this game. But you can already feel the place is just buzzing, and the atmosphere's already building. And could you imagine what a goal could do for the place?
Yeah, listen, it's one of them where it didn't get an early goal and settle the nerves as it did a few weeks ago against South Shields. The game against Warrington, of course, is another one where Chorley got off to a flying start.
Remember Kidderminster as well, Tonkar getting that goal there. That was quite an important one at that time during the game as well. And again, it'll be key here if we can just settle in nice and early and keep the ball and frustrate Chester. That'll be key. But it's an early start, and it's an early claim for Matt Owen. Nice and easy for the Chorley's number one. But again, Chorley have got to be aware of the main threat, Tom Pears. He's in quite rich form, 14 goals this season. Joint top league goal joint top scorer. But here's Cole Hall trying to jump up for it.
I have to say, Ryan, I think Cole Hall has done the right thing there.
I think he's just contested that perfectly fine there, to be honest, Pete. And the keeper's rightfully claimed the ball, and he's come down, he's hit Cole on the head with the ball. But yeah, you're hearing Chester fans chanting towards Cole Hall already, and what he would love to do today to shut them up already with a goal.
I think for anybody in the Chorley lineup, of course they're all going to be well up for it today, but if anyone's up for it, it's going to be Cole Hall, and smile on his face already. He's up for this one, Cole, and listen, it would have been easy for him to back out of that one, but he's straight in, he's brave, leaves one on Jimmy Storer in goal, and might be hoping almost that just to knock a bit of wind out the sails of Storer in the early stages.
Yeah, we've seen though in recent weeks how Hall has just come on week in, week out. His ability in the air has improved. He's holding up the ball a lot better, and he's linking up with his teammates well. And it's been a really good addition to see that part of Cole's game come out for everybody to see finally. But here we go, Chorley won the ball back again in the midfield. Going out wide to Henley now down this right-hand side.
Yeah, Henley contested by Taylor O'Kane, and Horbury just looks to jink it inside, gets it wrong, and Weeks now looking to break away for Chester. Tom Pears, a good challenge from Christy Montgomery, interchanging well with Calvley, and all of a sudden Cole Hall is battling away with Harrison Burke. And in the end, actually, Burke does really well, actually, just to shepherd the ball out. Cole Hall looked like he was on him.
Yeah, again, similar to Mark Ellis, Harrison Burke has been scoring quite a lot of goals for Chester this season from set pieces, hasn't he? It's been, it's on like 9 goals or something around there.
I think they're both in double figures at this point. But obviously, listen, the exploits in front of goal for Ellis and Burke are massively impressive. But what's also very impressive is the fact that they've both defensively been pivotal for both sides so far this season.
Now Chester got a chance down this left-hand side. Dan Turner in the corner, just shielding away from Cavalli. But he's done well, Turner, but it's gone back on the edge of the box, and Cavalli clears. Cole Hall doing some good hold-up play. Just over the halfway line now. Plays a beautiful ball down the line.
Have to chase after that one. Rawlinson goes back to Storer. Ball's rolling against him and gets a foot on it, doesn't get it clearly, and Turner battles away with Smith. Does really well.
Yeah, it was good work there from Cole. He just held up the ball nicely and played a nice ball down that right channel to Tonkar. Rawlinson, the experienced centre half, number 5, captain for Chester, came across, dealt with it quite comfortably in the end. But again, it's seeming to me it's kind of like a open end-to-end game so far.
And again, though, it feels a little bit to me that Cole Hall especially, he has started really well. We're only inside the first 5 minutes of the game, but
You just see his willingness to want to get on the ball. His movement's been good so far. We're only 5 minutes in, but you know, it's all about the start, isn't it? It's how you settle into a game, and you can tell everybody's up for it. And Cole Hall wins a header from the Matt Irwin kick. Tom Carr brings it down nicely and wins a Chorley throw-in.
That's in towards us, that one.
And that pleases Andy Priest, so he gets a nice round of applause. But that's what Chorley will want to do. They want to get down these channels, win that throw-in, and let Blakeman take a long throw into the box and cause some real problems.
Again, Cole Hall's done really well to win that. Comes a bit fortuitously back to him via Carr. Was just caught there by Taylor O'Kane. A bad challenge, actually. Andy Priest not impressed. Now all of a sudden, Blakeman takes down Pierce and he gives it the other way. Andy Priest all of a sudden told to calm down. Andrew Daniels, the fourth official, involved straight away. I think Blakeman actually retaliated almost to say that Pierce had dived there. Ryan, what were your initial thoughts on that?
Yeah, Blakeman, for me, definitely took Pierce out on this occasion. He had to, because it was a breakaway threat, and he's getting a warning, it seems, on this occasion. But I feel like if he does it again, it definitely will be a yellow. He actually is reaching into his pocket, and it is a yellow card for Blakeman.
He's booked Adam Blakeman for the challenge on Piers. Oren, great to have you with us all the way from Fuerteventura. You're enjoying the excursion, shall we say, Oren? Mr. Willis, good start. Started really well. Maybe unfortunately there. It did look like a really bad challenge from Taylor O'Kane on Tom Carr, but it's gone the other way and actually gone against Chorley in that Blakeman's been forced into a decision. Again, he was protected and he dived Tom Pearce, but eventually referee Harry Jones handed his pocket. It's the first booking.
Yes, first free kick of the game, I believe, and it's Chester to take just over the halfway line.
Pushing the back, and he's seen that, Harry Jones. Well spotted, I must say.
It'll be interesting to see, though, because I thought Harry Jones was going to play that advantage, but then I think it was Horbury who played that pass, and it didn't really go in the right direction, and you would have thought he would have pulled it back for the free kick. But
yeah, I think that's what really frustrated Andy Priest on that occasion. He was raging. Surely just here looking against Cole Hall, done really well. Giving a foul, he's giving a handball against Cole Hall, where the ball it struck his arm. And listen, as we've said in the past, Ryan, it's one of those where the referee's got to set his stall out. This is how he wants to play it, then this is how it's got to be for the entirety of the 90 minutes.
That's it. Again, it's just the intensity. Cole Hall is leading from the front. That's what you want to see from your striker. He is chasing after every single ball in this game so far. You can tell he's motivated. He's up for this from the first whistle. I think he's won every header so far.
He's been really good again early stages, but Cole Hall definitely for me the standout player on the pitch so far this afternoon. Is one to chase for Chester's 11, Dan Turner. Try as he might, he'll have to try harder. Chorley throw.
Again, it's a bit of an awkward throw-in in the corner flag for.
Yeah, it's right in that far corner, and Henley goes down the line towards Cole Hall. He flicks it on really well again. Tom Carr just holding the ball up and does well again. Attendance Oren probably about 2,500. Chester have sold 620 of their allocation, so as far as I'm aware, we'll get you the full attendance figure later on. But Hall again battling away with Rawlinson. O'Kane heads up, Montgomery and Henley head. Hall again, Warren Clark flicks on. Looks like Tom Carr was caught, but play continues, and Chester this time just looked to pop the ball long, and Tom Carr protesting with the linesman. I think on this side is one of Samuel Wright or Joshua Drake, I'm not sure which of the two. Battling challenges again, as you would say, Ryan, nearly a 50-50. Calverley won that one and eventually goes out to Tom Leake. Chester, first touch of the ball again for Connor Woods, and it's not a particularly good one. He's knocked it out for Chorley throw. Blakeman takes it quickly, pushing the back by Burke, battling away. Cole Hall. Weeks looks to get a foot on the ball, but Blakeman instead comes away with it, goes towards Hall, who's battling away with Burke, and Jimmy Storer was trying to keep the ball in, but he can't. It's the first corner of the game. 10.5 minutes played. Fairly even contest so far. Maybe the Magpies just about shading it, Ryan.
Yeah, I've got to agree on that one, Pete. I think maybe Chorley's slightly edging it. Chester haven't really got on the ball as much, I think, as they would have hoped. They like to move that ball around and be quite quick on the counter-attack. I think that is the game plan here for Chester. They look really threatening when they go on the break, because Chorley do commit bodies forwards, but it's Blakeman to take this corner.
Calverley's free, heads it on, knocks it to Smith. It's still going, the ball's loose. Mark Ellis is diving in there. Montgomery, oof. Heart in the mouth moment for Chester, that. You can't leave a player free. From the corner, Calverley was left in acres of space. Hall flicks on, pressure still on Chester here. Good header from Montgomery. Mark Ellis has stayed up as Warren Clark has got a chase on to try and beat the ball off Dan Turner. Chester have come away with it nicely, and the chase is on for Declan Weeks, but he'll chase it in vain. And that really a sign of danger from from Chorley. Chester, from their point of view, they can't leave Calverley, Ellis, Smith free in the box with an open opportunity to get on the end of that.
Yeah, it's a really well worked move. Calverley moving off the ball, he lost his man, got that free header, headed it down, and you just hoped that one of Ellis or Smith would have been able to just get their boot on it and just hit it towards goal, but not on this occasion. But it was a really nice, well-worked move. Calverley's gone down after pushing it back, and the referee's not given anything for either team there. As Tom Pearce went down after a challenge, I believe, from a Chorley player. But again, the official Harry Jones, but making sure he's refereeing this game quite evenly. Cole Hall putting the keeper under pressure on this occasion. It's a good kick, but Chorley win the ball back quickly, and Tom Carr's going to try and run him behind.
Rawlinson, he's looking to get in 1v1, and Horbury, that time beaten to it by Taylor O'Kane, who's just to poke the ball in behind. It's a great ball, in fact, towards Dan Turner. He's one-on-one with Mark Ellis, puts the ball across the box, and it's in. It's in. Tom Pearce, he's been Chorley's nemesis, and he's done it again. 13 minutes on the clock and out of nothing after being on top. Chorley find themselves behind. Tom Pearce at the back stick, taps in. Callum McIntyre's side have the lead.
Yeah, it was a great ball in behind by O'Kane, and Dan Turner did really well to hold the ball up and find Tom Pearce at the post, and he got quite fortunate with the finish. It took that deflection, went over Matt Irwin with the bounce, and I feel like that's a bit against the run of play here, Pete, and Chorley will be kicking themselves that they've given Chester a lead, because now they've got the early goal. They'll settle into this game a lot more now, and the pressure's on Chorley to reply.
Yep. I would say, Ryan, earlier on, it's one where an early goal could do both sides wonders, settle the nerves a little bit. Of course, we both would have liked the Chorley goal to be the first one in. But like you say, it's a really good start. Chorley we definitely had the upper hand. Feels like it's against the run of play, and I think actually, so we were a little bit obstructed, but it looked like Irwin did get a hand to that. But just too strong of an effort from point blank range, it has to be said, and Tom Pearce finished it well.
But there's still plenty of football left to play. Remember, we're only 12 minutes into this game, and although it feels like, for me anyway, it feels like we played half an hour of football already. It's been that intense, and it's still a long way to go.
It's been a frenetic tempo. Both sides have looked to make their mark on the game. Chorley again have had the better of it. Henley's caught it towards the back post. It's Calverley.
I think it's a corner ball. Nope, goal kick.
It's really good. A great ball from Adam Henley. Chorley straight away on the offence, looking to respond quickly.
Yeah, Stower got a hand on that, and he's just kept that a little bit quiet. The Chester fans are all going crazy, and as the away fans should, they're very happy with this start to this game so far. But I still feel like there's another goal in this for the Magpies. There's a long way to go. The players cannot let their heads drop after such a positive start. This will show, though, as well the character now of this Chorley team as well. Can they come back to against the league leaders? Good work.
Great battling away from Christy Montgomery. He's got a touch on it too. Left hand side. Adam Blakeman's coming over to offer him some support. He's just jinked inside and lost his foot a bit, but Blakeman now has it. Leaks the closest Chester player to him. It's in towards the back post. Headed up and not quite away from Declan Weeks. It will be a Chorley throw down on this near side. Here we go, Ryan. This is what we expect to see. Smith's up, Ellis is up. Blakeman over to take it. I think we all know what's coming.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of pressure now for Chester to deal with. It'll be interesting to see, to say the least. We've been so good from these throw-in set pieces this season.
Blakeman goes over towards the head of Mark Ellis. Met by O'Kane. Calverley battles away, and it's scoop beat away on almost an acrobatic clearance from Tom Pearce, and Dan Turner looked to keep it in, just in line with halfway, just past it, couldn't.
To see set pieces are going to be absolutely vital for Chorley today. Just cause that confusion, that panic in the box. I think that's what Chorley weren't able to do at Chester in that first fixture at their place this season. It just didn't get that opportunity to put balls into the box, really utilise our strengths. But already seeing that.
Montgomery, he started really well as well. It's almost like he's not been out of the team. You would have thought, obviously, came on loan for a month from Blackburn Rovers' academy, and he was brilliant actually against South Shields. Obviously had to go off with a freak injury, was caught in the foot. But obviously straight back into the 11 this afternoon, and he's been a real positive impact from him. Blakeman, far side this time, throws a bit flatter. Met by Weeks. Montgomery nods it along. Chester outnumbered in terms of bodies. Turner has it. Again, same scenario. Can't keep it in. Another Chorley throw, this time on halfway.
I think the referee definitely has to keep a close eye on all this pulling about, and it's a few Chester players just getting away with it early doors so far. You're just seeing there the battle in there with Harvey Smith and Pears.
This is where Chester look dangerous though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weeks getting on the ball. I think you mentioned earlier this week 15 assists or so for him this season, a fantastic number. It's one he's been in that Chester 11 for a long time, and no doubting what he can do. Blakeman just can't clear that one. The wind playing a bit of havoc. Good header from Ellis, but it's all the way back to Weeks. Montgomery battling away. Calverley looks to put a foot in. Woods back to Roberts. Chester just now going to take the time. Good pressing again from Montgomery. Second bite at Cherry does really well to win that one back. And Warren Clark now for Chorley goes for the long ball. And in the end actually catches Tom Leake, and Chester have a free kick. We'll have a look through the goals in National League North. Warrington Town have just hit the front against Rushall Olympic. A huge game down at the bottom, and elsewhere all goalless. In the Premier League, all goalless as well.
Again, it's a free kick, similar position to where they had their first one, just in Chorley's half, on the around the halfway line, from the from the left hand side, delivered deep to the back post. Again, it looks like a Chorley ball on this occasion, but no, it's a Chester throw in on the dugout side.
Has to be said, Ryan, a few tops are off in the Chester away, and they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, they are, and you can't blame them after a start they've just had to this game, Pete, can you? It's, they've seen their team go in front. It's an early goal, a little bit against the run of play, and it's a...
Oh, it's in. How on earth has that gone in? It's Tom Pearce again. How on earth has that gone in, Ryan?
I don't know. It's
just flicked on. It's a half-hearted effort. I think it was actually Tom Leake who just sort of scoops it up. And Tom Pearce is just...
Every time the ball finds him, he just finds the back of the net, it seems, doesn't it? It's every touch turns to gold.
Yeah, I said earlier, you know, he's been a nemesis for Chorley in recent years, and 2 again so far this afternoon in quick time. And you know, listen, it's a striker's instinct, I guess, but the shot initially was awful.
Just seemed unmarked as well.
It was just ends up in, and
the way he found himself free. I think it was Tom Leake who put the ball in, and it was a hopeful ball more than anything. It looked like, and it wasn't. It didn't have much pace on it. So the fact that Tom Pearce was able to stick that in the bottom corner is pretty impressive, really. But they're absolutely they're being super clinical, Chester, so far, and they've got another opportunity potentially. No, Blakeman gets involved this time, but it's not been the start to this first half that Chorley would have been hoping for. 21 minutes played. Tom Pearce trying to play it in behind. It's going to be a Chester throw-in. You haven't heard the Chester fans stop singing from minute 1, have you, Pete?
No, and listen, credit to them. They've come out in the numbers, but Chorley will feel aggrieved to have conceded a goal like that. Listen, it was just... Listen, you've got to be there in the right place at the right time, but you just feel like so unlucky to concede that.
Well, you feel like both goals have been quite unfortunate in a sense, when the deflection off the first goal and the way the second goal was just able to just trickle its way to the bottom corner. And yeah, the Chester media team are getting a bit too excited 20 minutes in.
You know, like I say, just read a few comments there, suggested that Chester are on top. As being as unbiased and as neutral as I possibly can. I have to disagree, Ryan. I think, listen, they have been clinical, but I don't think they've been above and beyond how Chorley have performed inside this opening 20 or so minutes.
I think they know that deep down. It's not been a Chester dominance so far by any means. It's been literally 2 good quality finishes from one of the best strikers in the division. You know, if you have a striker with now 16 goals in the league, you know, you're going to benefit from that.
Yeah, listen, how Chorley would love to have a striker like Tom Pearce who can get you that 15, you know, if you're 15 goals with 10 games to go, you're thinking he's going to get 20 goals in a season. Obviously, the last Chorley player who's done that was Connor Hall.
Well, it's just with the budget that they've got available, for the way they always get fans turning up week in, week out, it helps the budget, and they put money in, don't they? So they can afford these players on big wages. They can spend a little bit more, but you've got to play what's in front of you. And Chorley know they can come back. Adam Henley taking this throw in, aim for Cole Hall. He's got another throw.
Good battling away from Cole. He just keeps going. He just keeps going. And listen, it'd be easy for Chorley to lie down here a little bit. You know, 2 goals down, work to do. But they've been good. They haven't been rolled over. They haven't been out-fought or out-battled. And there's still a lot of life in this game. We saw, obviously, at Leamington, went 2 goals down and obviously fell short of 3-2 defeat, but good head up from Ellis. It's towards the back post towards Hall, and Storris battling away with Carr. He's dropped it. It's all the way in. It's in. The goal has been given. Chorley, right back in it, 26 minutes on the clock. The jury will be out as to whether that's a foul, but Andy Priest and his backroom staff will not care one jot.
Storer's just been too weak in the air. He's a 6'6" goalkeeper. You've got to claim it. You've lost out to one of the smallest players on the pitch in Tom Carr.
Saying it's Tom Carr, I'm not sure if it's Tom Carr.
Tom Carr was the one that
Calverley.
contested it, so I would go with Tom Carr. Jimmy Stort's just been too weak, and that's 2 times now he's dropped the ball. The first time he got a foul for it with Cole Hall. This time around, he's just put the ball in the back of the net. And now this has given the Chorley fans the life. It's given the fans belief. Ellis just shrugging. Dan Turner out of the way. And gets a goal kick. But that's exactly what Chorley needed.
Yeah, just out of nothing really. I have to say, I think on first glance, I'm going to be completely honest here. I can't believe he's not given a foul.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's not giving a foul. We've spoken so many times, Ryan, about goalkeepers. As soon as there's contact made, it's a foul. And I didn't really get an eye on Callum McIntyre as the goal went in, but
I saw him.
Sure, he'll be asking the question.
Saw him with the fourth official, Pete, and he was not happy. He was definitely having a few words in the fourth official's ear, but I feel like, as well, as a goalkeeper who's that tall, should not be dropping the ball with Tom Carr, who's one of the smallest players on the pitch.
Tom Carr, Johnny on the spot, that's what he does. He's there,
he puts pressure.
Right place, right time, puts pressure on, and like we say, battling back, and Blakeman, long throw over the top towards Smith, it's flicked on, Ellis flicks it into the box, still alive, Smith, oh, it's...
The right idea, tries to just play it through to Cole Hall, who would have had a golden opportunity to level things.
Cole Hall was just there, waiting, lying in wait. The pass just touched too much on it from Smithy, and the right idea, definitely.
The party in that away end, though, Pete, it's gone a little bit flat now.
I think a few more of them tops have gone back on now.
A little bit of nerve starting to creep in now after that. That's how simple one goal can change an atmosphere in a ground, because now we're starting to hear the Chorley fans getting a little bit louder now. They're sensing that they can get back into this game. Ellis contests for the header, so Chester throw in on this left hand side on the dugout. It's a quick throw from Weeks, plays it to Turner.
Chester again, they'll be looking just to reinstate their authority, being a goal in front. Again though, they haven't controlled the game, Chester. They've left themselves, and all 3 of the goals, Ryan, they've not been pretty. They've not been good at all, really.
No, they've all been.
First one, listen, from Piers was a good finish. It was well worked, but second one was fortuitous, and Chorley's again fortuitous, and a great challenge there from Mark Ellis on Tom Piers. He's left one on him a little bit.
Yeah, it's. But that's sometimes how you've got to play the game. You've got to be a little bit scrappy, a little bit fortunate. And I think both teams have benefited from the fortunate side of things, because arguably Chorley's goal, and I do have to agree with it, probably should not have stood. But the referee saw it as just the keeper just not being strong enough, and said, wild touch.
Burke's gone down. He's surprised he's not given a foul as Tom Carr's knocked by Nathan Woodthorpe, and Christy Montgomery does well to continue the move. Burke's back up on his feet, back within the Chester back line. Chorley just looking to take the time now. Horbury on halfway, goes back to Smith. Good ball from Blakeman in towards Cole Hall. All the way to Warwick Cock. Tom Cock goes down. Andy Priest contesting whether that was a foul on Carr. Mark Ellis goes down. Referee can let's play continue, and I thought that might have been a foul. Rawlinson plays it to Connor Woods, who's been quiet, but all of a sudden he's got room to run into down this right hand side. Woods.
Really good defending by Blakeman there. Had to get a foot in, but I think Mark Ellis really should have had a foul. He was tripped up after expertly reading the play, intercepted that pass, and It's a really good interception, and then now it's a corner for Chester, and they'll be looking to capitalise, and we've got to look out for Harrison Burke here.
Again, first opportunity for Chester via a set piece in the form of a corner there first. Weeks will take towards the back post, looks towards Rawlinson, it goes down. Pearce does well to keep it in though, and just hold that ball, hold it. Dan Turner just have the beating of George Horbury, defending it well, and does really well in the end. Horbury to restrict Dan Turner, and the crosses behind for a goal kick. Let us know where you're listening from this afternoon. Current score is Chorley 1, Chester 2. Two quick fire goals from Tom Pearce. Got the Blues in front before Tom Carr. Given Chorley a lifeline, a goal back into the game. And a long, long way to go.
Yeah, and that's why you can't get ahead of yourself as when your team goes behind, even when you're playing well, because you know these things can happen. Fortunate things can swing in your favour at any point.
Ooh.
Cole Hall just taking a little arm to the face from Rawlinson.
Rawlinson, and again though that's similar to what Mark Ellis offers you, that bit of experience, that bit of guile, and they know how to play it. They know what to do, what they can do as a defender or as a player that the referee won't spot.
Yeah.
You know how you pull the shirt, how you grab the player, and you do it differently. Storer goes for the ball out of his hand. It's long, it's looping, met by Ellis. Bounces to Woodthorpe, and Horbury gets it all wrong, and eventually gets away with one. And Matt Irwin has ball in hand.
Yeah, it's good to see him just have the ball in the hand after that one, because that was a bit of a nerve-wracking missed kick there from Horbury, and he'll know that. But yeah, Irwin to take this kick out of his hands, goes long to Clark, who's going to contest it. And
Tom Leake's done well. Smith battles away with Pearce. Horbury heads it up in the air. Second time Vaskin wins it again, and Carr this time wins it. Caught by O'Kane, but referee Harry Jones says play on. Ball eventually, and he's giving it. What? Sorry, but for the life of me, Ryan, I'm sure you'll agree with me. What's he giving that for?
I'm not too sure. It's Cavalier wins that header absolutely fine, and Tom Pearce goes down, wins a free kick. I mean, if it's a Tom Pearce show, then fair play, but I'm not too sure why the referee's given a foul there. Henley plays the ball down to Hall. Brilliant control with the chest.
Cole Hall. Kevin Roberts battling away with Hall, keeps it in well on this right hand side. He's all on his own. 1v1 with Rawlinson. Looks to play inside to Henley, who goes back towards the box. Touchdown from Clark. Lays it off to George Horbury. It's in! It's in! Yes! Yes! George Horbury has got Chorley back on terms. 34 minutes into the game. It's a level contest, and surely deserve it.
Yeah, the Chester media team got a little bit quiet now after saying Chorley couldn't handle.
From George.
Superb.
And credit as well, Warren Clark, he just holds it, gives George a little bit of room to go off, and it's a fantastic finish with his weaker left foot. George absolutely delighted with that one, and for a team that can't handle Callum McIntyre's side, they're back in the game.
Exactly that, Pete. You couldn't have said it any better. It's why we could not get two down, because Chorley were playing so well before those two goals, and now we're rightfully back level, and it's an interesting contest. Cole Hall already pressing the goalkeeper, getting a fortunate deflection. And he's given the offside, even though Cole Hall wasn't really interfering with play. But my oh my, what a first half of football. I spoke to PA, Craig. Guess what his prediction was? 4-4.
Yeah.
We're on course for that at the moment. My oh my, it was hyped to be this big game, and it is delivering massively. From the first whistle it has, and the fans, both teams, for the neutrals as well, they've got to be enjoying this. But again, I think if you're a Chester fan, I think you know it would have been a bit fortunate that the way this game started. But now it's Irwin to take this goal kick, and well, free kick after Chester player was offside. I think Cole will be the target man on this occasion. He's just moving across with Tom Carr.
Take a breath.
Henley plays it over the top to Carr, but just a little bit too much on that on this occasion. Easy for Storr to claim on this occasion. But again, he's a young keeper, isn't he, Pete? On loan from Wolves. It's maybe that inexperience as well, which is just can be so indecisive for these young goalkeepers as they learn their trade.
From Hall and
Turner there just backing up into Irwin as he loses the contest off a header here. But Irwin, so far, he hasn't really had to face too much. To be truly honest here, Pete, has he? He's just, the goals that he's conceded, he really couldn't do much about because they were just such a fortunate flick or touch. It's, you know, Irwin's done his job when he's been required. But now Blakeman to take this long throw-in on the dugout side.
Catch your breath. Blakeman over towards the head of Mark Ellis. It's all over the back post. Calverley's up. Oh, and Storer eventually clings on, and Chorley continue to look dangerous.
Yeah, that's really, really brave from Nathan Woodthorpe to trust his goalkeeper like that, to head it under pressure. I thought he would have, you know, maybe aimed to head it out for a corner, but he just had enough on it that wasn't too much, and it was easy for the goalkeeper to come and claim. But now, so after the long kick out of his hands, Chester retain the ball and try and go over the top and put Pearce in behind. Smith with a brilliant header puts it out for Chester throw-in. There's a Chester move which falls out and goes for a simple Chorley goal kick. And again, after the fortunate start to the game that Chester had with their 2 early goals, it's really Chester have not been on that front foot, and the away fans have gone a little bit quiet. They've known. I think they had a fortunate start to this game, and now I feel there's a little bit of frustration creeping in maybe from the Chester fans already, that they haven't really had that control of the game that they're probably used to. Remember when we did go to that game against Chester at their place, they had so much of the ball, they controlled the play, they were constantly putting balls in behind, but they haven't had that freedom in this game.
No, again, you know, Chorley, for me, Ryan, probably just shaded it in the early stages, and all of a sudden we're 2 goals behind, and now a level contest. Ball over from Calverley gives Rawlinson something to think about.
You maybe feel if Carl's a little bit closer, he could have got on the end of that headed back pass. It was a looping one. We've got around about 5 minutes of normal play left here, and what a first half of football it's delivered so far.
Yeah, it's just been frenetic, it's been non-stop, it's been fast-tempoed, and I'll have a look while we can take a breath at some of the goals elsewhere. National League North, Oxford City 0, Buxton 1, and Southport 0, Kings Lynn 2. Elsewhere, Warrington still a goal to the good against Rushall. Fulham have taken the lead against Brighton. Liverpool remain goalless against Southampton. On a slot side looking to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League table is Chorley.
Blakeman, though, he's got a bit of work to do, and he's won a foul, and that's really smart defending.
Yeah, does really well. Sees off Declan Weeks, also in the Championship. Derby County leading by 2 goals to 1 against Blackburn Rovers. huge game for Rovers. Obviously, John Eustace back at the opposite end of the dugout this afternoon there.
Just something to note there, Pete. Weeks just threw the ball into the back of Blakeman's back, and he knows he's on a yellow card, so he's going to try and get a little bit of a reaction from
If you're throwing
Blakeman.
the ball like that, then surely it should be a card to Weeks.
Yep. Referee just let it go on this occasion, though.
Good header from Ellis, and Cole Hall is up. Turner looks to flick it through and find Pearce, who's on a hat-trick. Good touch from Hall, battling away with Tom Leake. He just tries to ping the ball down the line, but it's a Chorley throw.
Again, this game's been so free-flowing that there hasn't really been, much stoppages. So I don't think there'll be much added time here.
41 minutes gone, and Cole Hall again battling away. He's been really good so far today, and you just see there Roger Hall, Cole's dad, listening in. Great to have you with us, Roger. Good turn from Tom Carr down the left, puts the ball in towards the back post, and it's a teasing ball from Warren Clark. Eventually Mike Carvely over on our near side to get hold of it, and Henley, two players to try and hold him. Christy Montgomery finds Carvely, 1v1 with Woodthorpe. Back to Blakeman, who's through the middle of the pitch, drives on. Blakeman just on his weaker right, looked across, couldn't get it right. Blakeman found himself all the way from left fullback into central midfield and almost starts as a right winger. Surely you've definitely looked to carry on up in the ante since they got the second round, don't you think?
Yeah, I think on that occasion, I think Blakeman was more just trying to win a corner there. He was trying to maybe kick it against him. But yeah, that is a great move from Chorley there. Just a shame Blakeman couldn't put that ball in. It was the control of the movement as well.
Ooh.
Ellis being brought down.
Breaks kindly to Connor Woods. 1v1 with Blakeman. He goes down. Surely that has to be a booking for Connor Woods for diving. If he doesn't, because he was clearly trying to get something out of Blakeman. Referee Harry Jones allowed play to continue. Then a Chorley player was knocked, and he gives the foul in favour of Andy Priest's side.
I think Pete, what he must have thought there was Woods must have had very minimal contact, and it wasn't enough to make a player go down. So he's fortunate enough not to get a booking on this occasion. He did just look like he was going for the foul. The way his body language and his movement was, it wasn't really a foul. So good decision on this occasion from Harry Jones. But again, players are tumbling all over the pitch, aren't they?
That's where National League North, Farsley Celtic, they've just conceded to South Shields, but it's only one apiece. Paul Blackett from the spot as Essa Janner has been sent off. Hi Keith, good to have you with us this afternoon. Hope all's well. Good play from Warren Clark this time. Good touch from Tom Pearce. Henley's equal to it though, and now Carr will pick it up. Caught by Kevin Roberts. And Tom Carr, another string to his bow, winning free kicks and fouls.
Again, you just see there Andy Priest just telling his players to relax. We've got a second half of football. Just see this first half out. You don't want to go behind after earning.
No.
Going back level. You know, the lads have fought so hard to do this. You don't want to just throw it away.
Get a minute, the Harriers have hit the front against Scarborough Athletic. Buxton doubled their lead against Oxford City as Blakeman delivers towards the back post. It's up by Mike Carvely, sorry. Harvey Smith looked to get on the end of it. Bit of a mix-up at the Chester defence. They get away with it though, and it's a Chorley throw on halfway. 44 minutes played, 2 goals apiece. Non-stop first half. 2 goals from Tom Pearce before Tom Carr and George Horbury. For Chorley, honours even at the moment. Still life left in this first half. Good from George Horbury. The ball's back to Blakeman. Tom Carr's at the back post. His hand was up for it. Just can't get on the end of it, but looks like he'll keep it in. Carr turns, looks to beat Woodthorpe. Does well. Andy Priest is calling for Tom to get something out of it. Still got it, and Horbury now teed up, lofts the ball in towards the back post. It's headed away by Leake. Blakeman will let it go out for a throw.
Fourth official now. Let's see what he indicates here, Pete.
2 added minutes. 2 minutes at the end of this first half. Two minutes. Here, maybe one more chance for both sides to perhaps get another goal. Adam Henley maybe got away with one there, but Declan Weeks has it and decides to go back. Paul Blackett has got his second of the afternoon against Farsley. Battling away Dan Turner with Adam Henley, and eventually he's given a free kick just inside the Chorley half. Southampton have scored against Liverpool. That's a turn up for the books. Will Smallbone has got that one. And the free kick to come in from Weeks. Lofted in towards the back post towards Burke. He battles away with Ellis. Towards the back post. Good punch from Matt Irwin. Not cleared just yet. Chester still have it. Burke, who crosses this time from the right. Ellis heads clear, gives one for Tom Carr to chase. Weeks goes back to Roberts. Well done, Matt Irwin. This time Irwin goes long out of his hands towards Cole Hall. Battle away with Woodthorpe, and Roberts gets it. Good header from Henley. Look to find Horbury, but that'll do it. An opening half of football that's just had everything, didn't it, Ryan? 2 goals early on for Tom Pears before Tom Carr hit back, and then George Horbury levelled it to go on as even at the break. It's Chorley 2, Chester 2.